I normally do an audio test before each stream, but I was like, oh, I don't think I've changed the audio settings, so I was fine, I'll just leave it. But evidently I had. How's the grind going today? It's going well. It's going well. I earlier completed all of the elite quests here in Redridge, because we're kind of at a level now where that's achievable solo. Just grinding out some levels at the moment, so I'm going to use up all of my rested experience. That should get us most of the way to level 32, and then once we're level 32, we're going to hop over to the Badlands for the first time. Well, the first time since, you know, since the first time, which did not go well. But yeah, we've got to the level now where some quests are starting to show up on Questy as well. So we're clearly getting into the right range. So yeah, all pretty positive. But yeah, how are you? I was also saying a minute ago that the auction house prices have really recovered since the pre-patch launch. They're back to where they were, which means prices have roughly doubled. And I expect they're going to keep going on that same trajectory. So gold making wise, we should be in a really good place. Oh yes, nice little gem. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of prices the gems and ores stabilise at. Because I've got so many of them in the bank. Just waiting for the peak to come. Love to see it. Your dedication is admirable. Well, thank you. I do try. I mean, it is a very enjoyable challenge, to be fair. Like, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel difficult. I mean, it's not easy for sure, but it's enjoyable. Okay. Oh, we're doing really well actually on the experience gains. We haven't been going for long at all. We're almost 40%. So we're going to be level 32 in no time. And then we can catch a flight over to the Badlands. Which is going to be great because higher level mobs, higher level materials. The gold making opportunities there are going to be so much better than they are here in Redridge. Yeah, I honestly think we're going to fly through the next couple of zones with the TBC prices and finally unlocking some sort of higher level areas. I think it's going to be the perfect storm. I've also got this World of Warcraft song stuck in my head for the last couple of days. It's called Save the World of Warcraft. And it almost sounds a little bit like a sea shanty. I was watching it this morning again, because I've watched it like so many times. It's always on my front page on YouTube now. And I saw it only has like 30,000 views, which is such a well-made video and such a well-made song. I cannot believe it. If you haven't seen it, go and look it up now. I will wait for, you know, the 3 minutes or whatever. It's absolutely brilliant, but it's so catchy. Oh, yes, dropped a Mossa Gate. I've got what I reckon is going to be about 10 golds worth of these as well. So yeah, we're kind of in this weird position of we've got a lot of value, but not a lot of actual liquid gold. I need to look up what the Twitch rules are for playing music on stream, because I just want to have that Save the World of Warcraft just on repeat. Because I thought the rule was you weren't allowed to have any copyrighted music in stream, but then I watched some other streamers and they're just got their Spotify on, so I don't know if it's one of those rules that's a rule but nobody actually follows or enforces it. Lazingo DK just followed over on Twitch. Thank you and welcome. For those of you that are new here, we're just doing a classic Goldlocked challenge. So a little bit different to the retail Goldlocked challenges you might have seen, because we have no WoW token in Classic. So I've had to set my own gold goals. And the way I've done it is we have to just farm increasing amounts of gold each zone. So we started off, because we're a dwarf, we started off in Dunmorrow. So we had to farm 25 gold there. and then each subsequent zone, the amount goes up by 25 gold, so we need to farm another 50 gold in the next zone, then another 75. So at the moment, to get out of Redridge, to get our next zone, we need to farm 125 gold. And we're about 45 gold of the way there, if you've watched the latest video. So I stream some of our farming sessions, but I also put out like edited YouTube videos sort of summarizing roughly one video per zone, what we farmed, how we farmed it, the progress we've made with like gearing, etc. So yeah, you can check those out if you've not already. Lazingo, I love your videos. I've been watching OSRS videos for years on different accounts and challenges, and this series feels like that. Love it. Yeah, thank you. That is very much the sort of vibe I'm going for. Very much, yeah, OSRS grind type of feeling to it. Which is good, because those are the kind of videos I love to watch as well. Yeah, I just like it because it kind of forces you to play the game in a different way. Because I've played WoW for like 20 years. And I feel like I've done most of the like content that I want to do with it. Like I still really enjoy leveling ults, but it's nice to have some like, yeah, unusual target to head towards, because I've just, even in like the 4 or 5 zones we've been doing in this challenge, I feel like I've seen parts of those zones that over 20 years I did not know existed. I'll show you one of them in Redridge in a minute when our bags get full. A lot of you will probably know about it already, but it was new to me. Ah, and Blazingo just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. What we affectionately call here the Bezos bucks. So if you've got Amazon Prime, each month you get a free Twitch subscription. And Amazon will give the streamer money, which is fantastic. So I appreciate you giving that to me. Okay, we're about half the way to level 32. Making very good progress. I do often think that just farming mobs is probably a lot more efficient than doing quests sometimes. Especially when you're rested. I've been thinking about that quite a bit. So on Friday I'm doing a bit of a challenge, which is open to anybody, by the way, to join. We're doing it in hardcore. You get about 75 minutes to make a fresh character in hardcore. And then we're basically going to duel all those characters to the death until there is only one remaining. And that person wins a WoW token. That's the prize, and we're calling it the Champion of Stormwind. It is because I'm on EU, you'll obviously have to have an EU Battle.net account. But yeah, if anyone wants to join, drop me a message either in the Discord or just in chat here, and I'll give you information on how you can be part of that. But anyone can join. No cost to enter, no requirements. Just basically be able to play on Friday. I think about 2 p.m. GMT is when we're going to do it. So we've got some participants already, but the more the merrier. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, because it's not that much time to level up a character, so I've been given a lot of thought to like the most efficient way to do it. But actually at low levels, I think quests do give a very high percentage of experience for your level. Whereas like, because I was playing on one of my characters like level 7, I think, and they got like 1,000 experience for a quest. Well, one of the quests I just handed in on level 31 was like 1,200 experience. So quest experience amount doesn't really increase. But yeah, I'm gonna be partaking in that challenge on Friday. So I really need to think about what my strategy is going to be. But obviously, if I win, I'm not going to give myself a WoW token. I need to. I'll probably just like give it to a random member in chat or something if I win. But to be honest, I'm not expecting to win. There are some very, very capable competitive WoW players out there. So I reckon I'm going to have some fierce competition. But yeah, they've got to be we're obviously going to be playing on a hardcore realm. So not only do you have to be a little bit sensible when you're leveling it up, but also it means when we duel, the characters will die. So it will literally be last person standing alive. The characters are going to be human only, and that's mostly for time, because we've only got like 75 minutes. You're definitely not going to have time to get Night Elf there. And if you're a dwarf or a gnome, you're going to be quite restricted, because you're going to have to obviously get the Deep Run Tram and then run to Goldshire for the end of that time. Plus, I think it'd be really fun, because obviously I'm going to stream the challenge. It'd be really fun to just see all those people leveling whilst I'm doing it as well, so you can kind of keep tabs on how everyone's progressing. But yeah, I've been thinking about, when I went on a long walk this morning, as I was saying earlier, and I was thinking about it a lot on that walk, what my route's going to be, what my class is going to be. You got to be solo self-found, obviously. You can't get anything mailed to you or group up or anything like that. No outside help. It's purely what you can achieve in 75 minutes. Muck sounds awesome. Yeah, I think it's going to be. Full disclosure is not... I got the idea off... I was watching... Is it Saki Boy, I think? And he did that for the Horde. He did it slightly differently, but same kind of concept. And unfortunately, the time that he was doing it, I wasn't able to partake. So I've really wanted to do it since. But yeah, I think it's going to be good fun. Oh, look at that big crit. 500 damage. Basically one-shots them. No idea what my crit chance is. 10%. That's... You get that on an aimed shot, you're laughing. What's this level 58 doing? Gonna guess that's somebody who's just got a boost. It's quite funny in Stormwind, you see there's a lot of level 58 characters. I can only assume that's probably where you default to when you boost a character. Blazingo, did I get the boost? I didn't, no. I think because I'm going to be playing this challenge so much, and I want to level a fresh character as well in hardcore mode. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to have the time, to be honest, to play another character. But I suppose if I did want to play the TBC content straight away, I maybe would, just purely from a time perspective. Yeah, I definitely don't have anything against the boost. Like, totally see why. Totally see why you would get it if you're like me, and obviously your time is limited. I can see you sort of prioritizing getting a level 58, so you can just jump straight in. But it's just have a look in the shop, because yeah, it's part of the epic pack, right? So you get a boost, you get 30 days of game time and a few mounts as well. So minus the game time, I guess you're kind of talking like £55. And given that personally I'm not really much of a collector or anything, so I'm not that fussed about the mounts and the pets. Yeah, I might do. If I wanna play TBC content, then I don't want to level all the way to level 58 on another character. Right, this is a little place I didn't know existed until I was running around the map in Redridge. Just nestled right here in the far east of the zone. Just these little travelling like leather workers. But they're perfectly placed for me to sell all of my junk when I'm farming down there. It's really quite convenient. Right, what else we got? Yeah. I never knew those guys were there. The only reason I know is because I was hunting the rares in this zone, and it says there's one up here, Boulder Heart, who I've never actually encountered, by the way. But it's a cool little place. They got their like travelling caravan, a couple of horses. They do sell a unique recipe as well, which doesn't have a great markup, but I sold a couple of them. I think you buy it for like 12 silver, and you can probably sell it for a gold in the auction house, so it's a nice little flip. But yeah, stuff like that. Like I say, I've been playing the game for like 20 years, primarily playing human characters. Never come across it before. And I really can't wait until we get to like Kalimdor, because there are going to be so many zones there that I haven't explored properly in Classic. So that's going to be really fun. It's going to be harder challenge-wise, because obviously a lot more horde zones, but I'm up for that. I'm definitely more of a journey rather than destination type player. Like, I much prefer leveling an ult than playing endgame content. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the boost? Will you be getting it? And if so, why or why not? Because I know some people are against it and some people are very pro. I think if I did get the boost, I'd probably get a Horde character and play TBC on Horde, because of everything I've got at the moment is all Alliance. I don't know if you get any like... I don't know if you get everything like riding, gold. I don't know how that works. It's a shame you can't buy a WoW token in Classic, because I maybe could have done a, you know, get the boost by gold farming only. Muck, you like the boost? You don't have the time to level ults? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's totally legitimate reason. I suppose as well, if you want to play a completely different class or race as to what you've got, what you played in Classic. But yeah, I've seen a lot of level 58 Draenei's running around the capitals. There must be like a boost in retail now, right? Because Midnight's coming out soon. They must have a pack for that. I don't know what the max level in retail is anymore. Saiku 1 333, hello. Hello to you. Glad you could join us. We're just doing a little bit of leveling here. We're almost at level 32, and then we're going to head over to the Badlands. We're about 2/3 of the way through the level, so you've joined us at a good time. How are you doing? Well, on the topic of retail boosts, I didn't play Legion Remix, unfortunately. But I heard that people were like leveling a character to max level in like 2 hours once they'd like maxed out all the experience boosts. Which is pretty darn impressive. You're doing good, you just finished your shift on Silithus. Ah, nice. What were you doing down there? Prepping for TBC? Exactly that, nice. What race and class are you going to be playing in TBC? Funnily enough, when TBC first came out, my main was a Dwarf Hunter. And I remember getting one of those, like, I think they're called Phase Hunters, as a pet. That was peak WoW time, I have to tell you. Your main's going to be an Orc Shaman enhancement. But you already have a lot of ults in your head. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've just made a Draenei Shaman, which I'm doing like a hardcore challenge on. So I'm leveling that at the moment as well. That's an enhancement one. So much fun. So much fun to level. When you get like a good two-handed weapon and you start like getting crits on it, oh, it's so satisfying. Draenei have much better looking totems. Do you think? See, I like them as well, but I feel like I'm in the minority there. I feel like I'm in the minority, but yeah, I think they look quite cool. I really like the Tauren totems. All totems are, well, they are simple. Yeah, they are. They are. I like that though. I feel like it fits the theme. But yeah, I like the Draenei ones. I think they're quite quirky. Yeah, see, I'm also in the minority in that I love Draenei. I think mostly because that was the first race that I ever played in WoW. So they got a special place in my heart. But again, I know I'm in the minority there. But that's fine. That's fine, because after TBC, there are very few Draenei. So I'm happy to have it all to myself. But you're going to be dual wielding on your Shaman. Draenei are cool goat people. That they are. That they are. And I tell you what, the Draenei like male model is absolutely stacked. They're ridiculously huge. Like, if I saw a Draenei warrior coming towards me, I think they are as intimidating as an orc, I think. Yeah, and the Blood Elves are so small. Yeah, Blood Elves, like, they're perfect for, like, casters. I think they really, like, the transmog looks really good on them. And I think their build really fits that. But obviously you get a lot of Blood Elf Paladins in TBC for, you know, obvious reasons. And yeah, it doesn't quite fit the aesthetics, not quite as imposing as a Draenei Paladin. But yeah, like if you've got like a Blood Elf Mage or Warlock or something, like the transmog, it looks really good, I think. Oh, okay, we're about to run out of rested experience, which is sad because it means the last 20 odd % is going to be at half speed. And I don't think I've got any quests to hand in. No. Oh, I've got one in the quest in the Stockades. Was probably not worth it, to be honest. When pre-patch started, Blood Elf starting zone was so stacked with players. It was. I saw videos of, yeah, people trying to play Draenei and Blood Elf on pre-patch day, and it was, yeah, how anybody managed to level or quest at all is beyond me. So that's why I started my Draenei about a week after pre-patch came out. It was still busy, like there was still quite a lot of players, but I could like finish all my quest objectives without too much interference. And sorry, you were one of the people who voted for Badlands in the poll. No, it's all good. It's all good. It definitely made me change up my strategy, which is good, because I hadn't focused on leveling or like professions or gathering professions at all before then. So yeah, it definitely changed the challenge, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You want moments like that. You don't want it to just be the same thing over and over. It's good to have an extra level of difficulty. Benedict, 1895 just followed. Welcome. And Donimo, you start this challenge around Christmas, except you assign tiers for the bounty instead of infinitely scaling larger. I think you're going to have to make that change soon enough yourself. Yeah, so some people have said similar, like, you know, for a starting zone you have to earn 50 gold for a, you know, and they've kind of, the amount of gold is set based on the level of the zone. Because you're right, like, there's, 40-ish zones in Classic. So if we keep going up, then we're going to get to a point where the last few zones are going to need, like, 7, 8, 900, all the way up to 1,000. Which, if we consider we're probably going to be ending up over in Kalimdor, if we've got to get, like, 700 gold in Mulgore, yeah, that's going to be pretty horrific. But the flip side is there is going to be quite a bit of gold inflation with the release of Burning Crusade. So, 1,000 gold isn't going to be what it was in Classic. But yeah, I may need to. I'm just going to kind of see how we go, to be honest. I'm willing to change if needed. But I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to make that change prematurely. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah, Benedict, hi. How's it going? Donamo, tier 1 zones are only 25 gold for you. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Like, I spent a reasonable amount of time in Dunmorrow getting 25 gold. But then obviously we went to Elwyn, and by the time we got to Elwyn it was 75 gold. Which was a big ask. But achievable. Vendor flips really helpful. Really, really did help the challenge. You blew through Dunmorrow and Elwyn and have done Westfall and Redridge. Nice. So how much are you gathering in Westfall and Redridge? Like, what? Talk me through the tier system. Is it based on, like, zone level? Saiku, you recently checked how much people are selling 1k gold for, and the price is around 45 to 50 euros. Jeez. Yeah, that's quite extreme. I mean, Epic Flying's what, 5k gold? So you're going to be spending like 250 euros to get that. That's crazy. Wow. Benedict, you doing good? Yeah, I'm good too. Thank you for asking. Very good. I've got the day off work today, so it's going fantastically. Just been playing WoW most of the day. Did go on a 10k walk this morning because, well, I have, especially with pre-patch being out, I've been far too sedentary, so I made myself walk for a couple hours this morning, which was good. You've been enjoying the vids? Nice work, thank you. Thank you, glad to hear it. I'm gonna, yeah, plan to keep on delivering. Talked to people from the guild, and for about half a year they were buying 1k for 5 to 10 euros. Oh, so has the price gone up because of TBC release, has it? It's just inflated at the moment because there's more demand. Yeah, I wonder if there was a WoW token, I wonder what the equivalent price would be in Classic. I think that'd be a very interesting metric to know. So Domino, yes, just the level range 10's digit. So what's that? So like what you're doing, like 10x the level range? So what would that be for like Westfall, if Westfall's like the mid-range is like, I don't know, level 15. No, that can't be right. I must be misunderstanding that. That'd be 150 gold. I must have the wrong end of the stick. Otherwise, that's going to be really hard. Yeah, I did think... I did give quite a lot of thought to the, like, amount of gold that I needed to earn. Yeah, and I thought an increasing scale like I've got made sense because I can go back to old zones. Not that, not that I plan on doing that exclusively, but I can go back to old zones. I'm going to have a backlog of stuff to sell on the auction house. Going to know about more like vendor flips, so my gold making capacity should go up with time with the more zones I unlock. So kind of, linear scale like that made sense in my head, but I don't know how it will be in reality. Oh, Redridge is 15 to 25, so it's tier 2. Western Plaguelands is 50 to 60, so it's tier 6. Right, understood. So 50 gold for tier 2 and so on. Yeah, okay. You want each zone to be a proper grind, so you're not sure if you'll keep the scaling. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Yeah, I feel like for me, the challenge should get harder. Yeah, Patholerics is doing better and better now because he spends a lot of time in the Molten Core raids, so he's reaching the token threshold faster and faster. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's like I really enjoy his challenge, and I like that. Yeah, I like that his gold making is increasing as it goes on. That's kind of the way it should be. But the fact that obviously the requirement for each zone is the same. Obviously, doing like Elwyn versus doing, like say, Searing Gorge and stuff like that is always going to be much harder. But then again, he's going to like eventually like unlock Dunmoreau, and then that's going to set him back. Donamo, you stopped watching his series because it got too easy. Yeah, it's really hard balance to strike. Really hard. Because you want to feel like you're making progress. But then equally you want it to remain a challenge. I think what will be interesting is when he unlocks new expansions. But yeah, that is a thing. Like if people are going to watch a challenge series, they want it to be challenging. But you kind of have to bake things in because most challenges are you're going to get compounding benefits as you progress. So like, well, unless you're like that guy who deletes his gear after every level in hardcore, because that is definitely getting harder and harder for him, so fair play. But yeah, you kind of got to structure your challenge like that, where it is a constant challenge. Psycho, but it's also cool how things accumulate and combine to make a profit. Yeah, 100%. And obviously the money, like the gold he's making off housing, even though he's only got access to a handful of zones, is quite impressive. But yeah, I love his live streams. If I'm just grinding, I'll always just log into one of them. It's just a really nice chill vibe. The first zones he did were very interesting. Elwyn Forest literally squeezed everything he could out of everything, discovering some loot from pickpockets. Yeah, the Frayed Knot farm was crazy. But yeah, that's what I mean. That's the elements of it I like, is like aspects of the game that if you weren't doing that challenge, you never would have discovered. Like, some items have a disproportionate value. But you wouldn't perhaps know that because they wouldn't be on a guide. And Down East Beast 6448 over on YouTube. Hey Tom, tried that Rathbun Cave farm yesterday on my 60 Hunter. Sadly, wool and bronze prices crashed to 35 silver a stack, so you just sent it all to an alt. Yes, yep, unfortunately that has happened. It's been crazy for me as well, because before that video went live, was just before pre-patch or just after maybe, and prices were so strong and then they dipped so quickly. So yeah, my own gold making has plummeted as well, so you're not the only one. That's why I'm focusing on leveling at the moment. Waiting for the market to recover. I've done the same. I haven't sold any of my ores or anything like all my gems. I'm just hoarding them. The pre-patch has really ruined the prices. Yeah, it has. But they'll recover, because when the Burning Crusade properly launches, people aren't going to want to spend time farming. They're going to want to spend time in the new zones. And a lot of people are going to be late to the party, and they're going to want to just buy materials off the auction house. So I do think prices are going to go back up. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So just got to be patient. Down East Beast, market's crazy lately. Thank you for all the hard work you put onto these videos. Really helps with the workday. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm glad you enjoy them. It's yeah, it's really interesting to explore, yeah, gold farms that most people probably didn't know existed. Oh look, you got level 60s out here farming ore. That's another reason why the prices are going down, because everyone is expecting demand to go up. So everyone's gold farming at the moment. The competition for herb and ore nodes has been crazy as well. And I do think a lot of them are genuine players. Like, I know there's always been a bit of a bot problem, but I do think a lot of regular players are, especially those who have like got to level 60, they're like, well, how else can I prepare for TBC if I'm fully geared? Well, I might as well gold farm. So yeah, I've been doing the Rathbun Cave farm as well. Been doing the odd like hour here or there on it, just getting up a stash of materials. But yeah, my gold in the bags has absolutely plateaued over the last sort of 10 days. But it's fine, it'll all average out. Like, I'll get a big influx once the prices go up, because I've got so much stored ready to go. So that's going to be a really satisfying mailbox when that finally happens. I just hope it does happen. I hope I haven't... I'd be really surprised if the prices don't eventually start going back up. Because they've already gone up in the last week. They're double now what they were a week ago. Which means they've returned to basically normal. But I think that trajectory is going to continue. I really hope it is, otherwise we're going to have to get creative again. Beast, if I do find myself in the Badlands, I wonder if Dragon's Breath Chili, or at least the small flame sacks from the whelps, are still a viable farm. Yeah, you know what? I actually don't know any Badlands farms whatsoever. But the plan is, once we get this last little bit of experience, this last 12% of a level, we'll be level 32, and we're going to head to the Badlands. So we'll give it a go. We'll see today. Hopefully, we should be able to take on the mobs there. Now that we're going to be level 32, that should be viable. And we'll see what's there. As I said in the video, I don't really research the zones before I go in there. Obviously, there's some stuff I already know from playing the game previously, but I don't look up farms. I purposely go in blind, because I actually find I discover more that way, because I'm not blinkered. But yeah, we'll give it a go. ANS, unrelated, my toe hurts. Wanted to be part of chat, but nothing to say. Good luck, hope you're well. Hi chat, and Badlands sucks. Well, we're glad to have you here. I'm sorry your toe hurts. I'm hoping that's you just stubbed it. It's just a temporary thing. Psycho, the Badlands are just one big farm, or at least they were in Classic. Yeah, like I said, I never really spent much time there in Classic, so I don't really know, but it's a high enough level zone that I can imagine there's quite a lot of good trade materials. And also, it's probably a zone that people who are playing the pre-patch are not going to be farming in, because why would you? So I'm hoping, whereas obviously copper and tin ore are going to be in really high demand, everyone knows that. Hopefully the more niche farms will still be quite good. But we shall see. We shall see soon. We're not far off now. We are not far at all. Keezy, just heard they made selling leveling boosts for in-game gold a bannable offence. Really? Really? I wonder why that is. I know there's a bit of a... you know, level boosting mafia in WoW, but... Wow, that's crazy. Beast, you have some notes on the zone itself, since you spent a good amount of time there. But if I want to go in blind, you respect that. Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for people giving tips and things like that. Like when we potentially thought we were going into the wetlands, then yeah, people were giving out a lot of farms. Yeah, I'm more than happy to discuss gold farms on here. Yeah, I just mean like I'm sure there are a lot of things that are meta, but I'm also just going to be trying out loads of different random things and just see what works. Oh, there were a lot of daily quests that involved collecting items from mobs, and then for X items you could exchange them for an item that gave you 25 stats for an hour. Yeah, I remember there's something similar in Blasted Lands, right? I didn't know that was in Badlands though. That's cool. Because those items will always be in high demand. Items like that can be traded for something. They're the ideal things to farm. So yeah, if we find any repeatable quests, then 100% we will do that. Oh, you mixed up Badlands with Blasted Lands. Yeah, that's why I thought, oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know it was in Badlands. So there's another streamer on Twitch who's just going through the new terms of service now to see if they are banning boosting characters for in-game gold. Wow, that's a big change. I'm not against it, to be honest. I'm not against it. I do... yeah, it's a difficult one, that. I totally see the downside. I think if people were just nice and reasonable about it, then I'd totally get it. That, you know, I'd be happy for that to be in the game. But there is a bit of a toxic community has kind of sprung up around it. And it's mostly people controlling the prices of the boosts. It's probably because they just released a level 58 boost for people who want to jump right into TBC. Yeah, that could be part of it. But then again, there've been level boosts for years, right? I wonder why now. Maybe they're expecting a lot of people to use the boost. Like more than previous. Beast, boosting in general does harm to the community in your opinion. If you don't actually play, you don't grow, and you don't learn your class, winds up making life harder for everyone in your groups. That is true. That is true. Yeah. I think especially when people like exclusively boost, you know, a character all the way at it. You know, if people do like the odd boost to get a few stockades quests done or stuff like that, that's one thing. But yeah, if you're literally just converting all of your gold into getting somebody to level 60, then yeah. I think it's like all things. If it was just in moderation, if people were just sensible with it, I think it'd be fine. But yeah, where there's something like that, there's always going to be abuse of it. But yeah, interesting that Blizzard are potentially coming down hard on that. Thing is, you'll always get the same argument, which I don't think is an incorrect argument, but people saying, you know, oh, they're focusing on this and not focusing on banning the bots. Which, I mean, they can do two things. But maybe that will help harm the bots, I don't know. The amount of boosted shamans not re-toteming, bottoming out on the DPS charts, wiping groups by simply existing, it's so tiresome. Yeah, I mean, that's... you'll get people... That'll be a big issue for just people using the paid boost. I remember... I can't remember when it was, whenever I last played retail properly, so a few years ago now, I got one of the epic packs that came with a character boost, and exactly like you guys were saying, I just wasn't attached to the character. I didn't know how to play it well, and I just ended up not even touching it, and it felt like such a waste, as I'd much rather level a character, you know, get the abilities one at a time, actually feel attached to it. Like, I feel so attached to this dwarf because I've played... How many hours have I played on it? I actually haven't done my slash played for a while, but I know it's going to be a lot. Oh, it's not actually as much as I thought. 3 days, 21 hours. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because quite a bit of my playtime will be on my crafting alts as well. That's less than 100 hours. That's actually better than I thought. I mean, I know you can complete some games in less time than I've unlocked 5 or 6 zones, but 100 hours in WoW is nothing. Yeah, same if you brought a level 100 boost on EverQuest 1, you get a whole load of ability buttons that you don't know what to do with. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. I think I boosted a Warlock. Maybe it was a Worgen Warlock back in the day. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And I just never played it, because it was just so unrewarding. So yeah, I haven't bought a boost since then. Yeah, so by introducing the possibility of buying boosts and changing and making changes against boosting characters by other player, they will kill the player boosting for a while. Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe it... Maybe that is the end of it. Thing is, it does get to a point in like endgame WoW where it's like, especially in Classic, like what do you spend your gold on? If you've got all your consumables and whatever. Maybe the Classic WoW token is the next thing to be released. It's like, well, you can't use your gold to boost your characters, so... But you could convert it to a WoW token, and then buy a boost with Battle.net currency. Keezy, someone in your Classic guild played retail and until they could buy 3 WoW tokens, then converted them into Blizzard Cash and bought the Midnight expansion essentially for free. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I reckon could be next, a WoW Classic token. I wouldn't be against that, purely because it would give us a bit more structure in our challenge. "100 hours in WoW is like barely completing the tutorial in any other single-player AAA game." Yeah. Yep, it's just scratching the surface. And if they introduce the WoW token to Classic, it would also reduce the sale of gold by players. Yeah, very true. Very true. I think that had a big effect when they introduced the retail WoW token originally. Oh, there was a WoW token when Wrath of the Lich King was last out on Classic servers. That's interesting, I didn't know that. So we'll almost definitely get it when they bring out Wrath to this version, but that could be, what, 18 months, 2 years away. Maybe they're gearing up for a TBC token. It would not surprise me. How on earth did we aggro this guy over here? And where did this guy come from? Where's my trap? I think it's gone. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people will probably be against a TBC token, but I'd be for it. But that's very selfish. Beast, you actively bully anyone on one of those phase hunter mounts. Yeah, it's kind of like when you had the Brutasaur in the retail shop for whatever ridiculous amount of money it was. The last Classic Anniversary roadmap you saw only went up to TBC Classic Anniversary. I'll have to wait until the next lots of roadmaps come out for Classic and Retail. Yeah, I know people really are campaigning for permanent TBC servers. Which, again, to be honest, wouldn't surprise me if they did that. But you have the option to either stay in TBC or progress to Wrath in the anniversary servers. I don't think the demand's huge long term, but I think it is there. TBC is a lot of people's favourite expansion. Because people said that about Classic. They said, oh, you know, it'll kind of come and it'll die out. And I know a lot of stuff's been done with Classic. Season of Discovery, anniversary servers, hardcore, etc. But I do feel like Classic is very much alive and thriving. Like, it's the only version I play. I don't play retail. I can't remember the last time I played retail. Pretty much since Classic came out, I think. You predict a Wrath of the Lich King Classic Anniversary by December 26. Cool, that seems quick. That seems too quick. I know they like to increase the cadence of this, but I'm happy for TBC servers to be out for like 2 years. That's fine by me. But yeah, TBC era would be dead within a year, because once Sunwell drops with all its nerfs, there's no point running any other raid content. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I think you would have a small dedicated player base. I think there would be, you know, there wouldn't be huge demand, but there would be enough demand, I think, to make it reasonable. But yeah, like everything, you know, if you're going to stop progressing the servers, then ultimately there is an end point to the game, really, you know. But I kind of like that. I kind of like that there's an achievable end goal, because I don't play enough to ever reach that point. So it'd be really nice for me to get, and for a lot of casual players, to be able to actually get to endgame content and to have a fully kitted out character. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The way the fragmentation of the servers is going, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a permanent TBC server. How about a real cash auction house like in Diablo 3? Yes, I mean, I guess it's kind of the WoW token, but a bit more accessible, right? It's not a terrible idea. I don't think I've ever used... Can you actually... Like, because obviously with the WoW token, you can buy it and redeem it for Blizzard currency. I assume the Diablo 3 auction house, cash auction house, is the same. Like, you can't actually withdraw it as money in your bank account, right? Or maybe you can, but that would seem quite... I don't know. Quite deadly. Honey, call our finance guys. We got to mortgage the house. Why? I brought a flurry axe. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I suppose it's no different to the token, is it? People made a living from the Diablo 3 real money auction house. Fair play. So you can actually withdraw real money from selling your in-game resources. That's crazy. I mean, fair play to the people making money out of it, but I guess it's no different to the WoW token, except you don't have to use it on Battle.net currency. Oh, they might have had to sell their account with the dollars on it, right? That makes more sense. There seems like there would be like some weird tax implications for Blizzard if people could actually like, yeah, buy and sell for real money rather than like Battle.net currency. Jocelyn, they should make events like Legion Remix but for classic realms and just release the wackiest ideas possible for fun modes, like Season of Discovery on crack. Now that I would be so for. Season of Discovery was what got me back into WoW. I hadn't played for a little while. Season of Discovery came out. I played that, and then I literally have not stopped playing WoW since. Season of Discovery is so fun. I still occasionally jump in and just make a fresh character in there. Yeah, I'd be so up for that. ANS, so if you're not totally off, the sales themselves in Diablo 3 actually accounted for taxes. Wow. Oh yes, level 32. Fantastic indeed. Right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. We're level 32. We are definitely high enough level for the Badlands. Right, oh, we got 3 of these Rings of Shadow. Interesting, right. Got quite a few green items there. A couple of bits of junk, loads of cloth, which is great. We'll send those over to our alt. Grats, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh my gosh, we're low on ammunition. Okie dokie, right, let's just sort out our inventory real quick. I'll send some stuff over to Argus. All of our cloth. Oh, we've got quite a bit of silk actually as well, that's cool. Lovely. Right, just 1 second, I'm just gonna send some stuff over to our mailbox alt. So I'm just going to hide the screen real quick. Although I do think I did actually give away the name of it at some point, but may have to change the name later, but we'll worry about that at another time. Cool. Right. Right, we need some more solid shots, which I don't actually think you can buy in Lakeshire. No. Fantastic. Right. Let's head over to the Badlands. May have to make a quick stop in Stormwind just to buy some ammo, because I don't think we can get ammo from any of the other zones. So quickly hop over to Stormwind, fill up on ammo, and then head to the Badlands. Finally.
Can I help you? Have a good one.
Oh, Blazingo, did I ever play OSRS? I did. I played it quite a lot back in the day. Haven't played it for years. So I think when I played it, it was just RuneScape. Well, maybe it had a different name, but there wasn't the modern, remade one. But yes, I did. Really loved it. And I really love a lot of the incremental games that have come out since then. So like Melvor, Ironwood, things like that. But have not got back into OSRS proper, mainly because I know that if I did, I wouldn't play anything else. And I'm really enjoying WoW at the moment. But yeah, I did used to play it as a great game back in the day, and still is. But yeah, but I do play some of the, like I say, I play Ironwood, which if you haven't played, it's just like a browser, basically text-based game, which is very like a very light version of OSRS, where you can mine, you can craft gear, various different skills that you can level up as well. And I really enjoy that because it's a little bit less time-consuming, but still very like fun and rewarding, and you can kind of min-max your playstyle quite a lot. So I've been playing that for quite a long time now. So I'm got a pretty good character on there. And if you haven't played it, definitely give it a look. It's really good. Really well made, really well balanced. And quite a lot of stuff going on, but they introduce it to you slowly, which is good. Because a lot of those like incremental games can just overwhelm you with content from the start. And I'm sure they're great games, but it's really hard to get into. Right, solid shot. Just buy loads of that. And then what are we doing? Then we're flying to the Badlands. Oh yes. Oh man, we've been waiting for this for a while.
What can I do for you?
Careful. Okey-dokey, let's go. Right. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a prediction over on Twitch. Will we die to the first mob in Badlands? What do you reckon? I reckon we're going to be okay. I reckon we're strong enough now that we shouldn't, but they are going to be like 3 or 4 levels above us, so you never know. So predictions started on Twitch, which is basically you get channel gold if you're watching on Twitch, and you can bet on certain outcomes, and whichever group get it right win all the gold of the people who got it wrong. And then you can redeem that gold for a few different things. What have we got at the moment? Let's remind myself. You can do like highlighted message, unlock things that are supposed to be for subs only. You can also rename my pet. So my pet is currently called Burrito Boy because one of the viewers, Big Burrito, I believe it is, named him Burrito Boy, but you could rename him if you get 1,000 channel points. Jocelyn, you think I'm going to die to either a stealth cat or a random bull? Yeah. It's very possible. It's very possible. The odds of me dying are not particularly low, that's for sure. And Keezy's come over from YouTube and has followed on Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate that. Blazingo, you can't gamble on Twitch because your government thinks it's like real gambling, but you still voted yes. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence. Let's have a little look. So we've got, okay, 500 gold on yes I am gonna die, 1,000 on no. So, well, okay, that's good. Appreciate the confidence. I'm gonna try my hardest. Am I going to get a mount? Yes, I am gonna get a mount. I'm just not gonna get a mount right now. And the reason is, I'm not really doing that many long runs at the moment because we don't have that many zones unlocked. I'm just kind of flying between zones, and then when I'm in the zone, not really running very far. So it's not going to save me a huge amount of time, and it's going to cost me about 45 gold to get the mount, and I really want to unlock a new zone first. So I think once we unlock the next zone, so once we've got, what we got, I think I've got about 45 gold on my mailbox, so I've got about 8 gold here. So we're not far off halfway. So yeah, once we get the new zone, then I'm going to come down here, wherever it is. I think we just flew past it, the Everstill Ranch, and buy a mount. But yeah, I'm not in a big rush. In my head, I was going to have to wait till I was level 40 anyway, because I forgot that the level requirement came down with TBC. So yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine to wait. We've got our aspect of the cheetah. Okay, so if you're over on Twitch, you've got to think about a minute still to do that prediction, which actually should be timed pretty perfectly for when we actually get in there. Okay, let's go. I'll have track minerals on as we go. I'll always gladly pick up some copper or tin ore whilst we're going. Gosh, I hope the prices climb back up. I feel like I put so many eggs in this basket. And I did talk about it earlier, but whilst we're running to Badlands, I'll just talk about it real quick. On Friday, I'm doing a little hardcore community event, where basically we get 75 minutes to make a fresh character in hardcore. This is on EU realms, so you've got to have an EU Battle.net account. Unfortunately, they don't support cross-region stuff on Blizzard. 75 minutes to create a fresh character. Solo self-found, no outside help. You know, you can learn professions, you can level up, you can do whatever you want in those 75 minutes. And then at the end of it, we're all going to fight to the death, one at a time, 1v1 duels. And the winner is going to win a WoW token. So there's a nice little prize there. And I think it'd be quite a fun little event that we'll do. So if you want to be involved in that, the best thing to do is join the Discord, or just drop me a message and I'll give you details on how to be part of it. But yeah, should be good fun. It's Friday at 2 PM GMT. No, anybody can join. No like cost to enter or anything like that. The Blizzard rules are very, very specific. So obviously there can't be any cost to enter. There can be a prize, but the prize can't be gambling. So nobody can bet on the outcome or like pay any money or gold to be part of it. So the prize is purely just me doing it, as a bit of an incentive, and also because I'll probably make a YouTube video about it afterwards. Right. Here we are, back in the Badlands. Now, first mob I've seen is these guys. No idea what they're doing. Like I said, I've not really spent much time here. Shadow Forge Surveyor. Level 36, 4 levels ahead of us. They've got mana. They look like mages. So, let's see. Let's see if we're going to die. Let's see if we're high enough level. I really hope we are. I don't want to keep grinding in Redridge. I'm ready for a new zone. Let's go for... you know what, actually? Let's get a mob that's on its own. This coyote. Level 35. Right, the predictions are in. I think it's a 2-to-1. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a 2... yeah, about 2-to-1. That people think I'm going to not die. So let's see if you are right. Set down a trap. Got my hunter's mark. Let's go. Oh, poo. Need to turn to aspect of the hawk. Right. Aim shot, serpent sting. Okay, all of my attacks have hit so far. That's a marked improvement from where we were before. My pet's not taking ridiculous amount of damage either. So that's really good. Certainly not an easy fight by any stretch. But it is going pretty well. Cool. Oh, lovely. 241 experience. And that's unrested. Nice. Oh dear. Level 37 mob. Okay, let's just see if there's any herbs. No, there isn't. Alright. Oh, no. Crap, why are there so many players here? Okay. Must be people heading to a dungeon or something. No illegal lottery here, Blizz. Yep, that's it. I've got to be very careful to stay on the right side of these terms and conditions. I really do not want to ban. Not that anybody does, but yeah, I really don't. So I'm very careful to read all of the terms and conditions and what have you. Ooh, okay, these fights aren't exactly easy. So level 36 is noticeably harder than a level 35. But it looks like we've got some quests down here. So we'll slowly make our way this way and we'll keep our track minerals and track herbs on. See what we can find. I'm not going to go into aspect of the cheetah because I know there's stealthed enemies around, so I don't want to be dazed. Oh, there's a lot of people about. But that's good. Safety in numbers. Okay, looks like these guys drop a quest item. So we'll definitely need to come and get that at some point. Shadow Forge Dwarves. This guy's kind of on his own. 2 rares up here by the looks of it. Not going to venture up there just yet. Why don't we take on this Shadow Forge Dwarf? Why not? Off you go, Burrito Boy. Oh, I need to choose a prediction outcome, don't I? Because I did not die. Oh, my aim shot missed. Oh, I tell you one change that's happened to hunters as a result of TBC. Mend Pet is now instant cast, and it's like Renew. Just heals every like few seconds. Level 38, we're going to ignore that. I can't believe we did all that for 82 copper. Okay, I mean the fact that we are killing mobs is a big improvement. Just bad time to drink my water. Yes, I know you're out of range. Come on, burrito boy, what am I paying you for? Oh boy, oh dear. Gosh, my melee is pretty weak. God, like I say, every battle is really, you really have to give it 100% at the moment. I'm hoping I'll kill a few mobs, I'll gain a couple of levels, and this should become progressively easier. I just want to make it to this little quest hub here. I don't even know if it's a quest hub, it might just be one guy. But you never know, there might be some a vendor or something. Seems my arcane shot is generating a lot of threat, so maybe I should ease off that. Oh. Oh man, maybe I should have got another level. Ah well, we're here now. We're here, we're going to make the most of it. Zeth, hi there. Hello. Hello, good to have you. Just quickly choosing a outcome. We did not die on the first mob in the Badlands, although we may be about to. So congratulations for those that selected the correct option. We finally hit level 32, and we're trying out the Badlands. And I'm not going to say it's going great, but it's going better than last time. And Zeth's just subscribed at tier 1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. It's good to have you back. And Zeth is currently on a 7-stream watch streak. Oh yeah. Nicely done. You must have so much channel gold by now. Right, so far I've not seen any herb or ore nodes. Right, let's avoid these Redridge huntresses like the plague, because they will almost definitely kill us. Okay, we made it. We made it. There's a small little outpost. I don't know, this guy's dressed for Christmas. We got Jazrick, blacksmithing supplies, who doesn't really sell anything of note. This guy gives 2 quests. You've got 7,552 gold. Let's aim for 777, shall we? That's quite impressive. Oh, right, let's have a little read. So, a while ago I had an incident with Shadow-Forged dwarves. They brought me to Angor Fortress to study 2 types of strange stones from Alderman. I discovered that the stones were sustained at stable power sources if treated correctly. It's amazing the things one can discover at that old dig site. Anyway, after I told them the secret of the stones, they kicked me out of Angor Fortress and began digging for more in Alderman. I want those stones for myself. Bring me both types and I'll pay you plenty. Okay, cool. So, those dwarfs that we just saw, I presume, he wants us to kill them. And grab some power stones. Can do. The Badlands is a harsh place. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. Filled with vicious predators and bold scavengers. Scary, especially for a short little goblin. To survive, I have to be tricky. I know the recipe for flash bombs. I use those to scare away wildlife, but I'm running low on one of the ingredients, crushed blue pearl powder. Give me some, and I'll make it worth your efforts. Heh, and I hope you have good boots on. The blue pearls I need are found from clams at the Vile Reef. Oh. Sorry. Yep, the Vile Reef and Stranglethorn. Oh, fantastic. Well, I'll accept it. Because, why not? But we won't be going to Stranglethorn for a while. I got excited then. I thought there was a body of water here in the Badlands. But there is not. So that's a dungeon quest. Okay. Gosh, right. I think we just continue exploring the Badlands for now until I get somewhere that's a bit too scary. Just need to stay off the ridges, stay on the lowlands, because that's where all the high level mobs seem to be. And I'm just going to be flicking between my find herbs and my find minerals periodically. But so far, it does not look like the most plentiful area. Oh, what we got over here? Another camp? Oh, level 40. Yeah, we do not need that in our life. What do we reckon? Is there going to be a vendor or something over here? Maybe? Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was coming for me then. No, I'm guessing this guy just got a quest. Gosh. Okay, we're probably going to have to stick to this entrance bit of the map. Because all the mobs here are way too high level. But we can do... We do this quest over here, the Power Stones quest. And we can kill some of the wildlife, see what they drop. So we've got some things that we can do. Somebody said there's some whelps as well around here, so they might be worth finding and killing. I assume I'm going to need skinning though for that farm. Haven't seen any... Ooh. King's blood. Ooh, never collected a king's blood before. And I'm high enough level to do so. Fantastic. All that herbalism prep paid off. Wonder how much king's blood sells for. TSM is not loading, so we will find out later. Need to have a little look what herbs and oils actually can drop in Badlands, but I think obviously they're going to be higher level than we've got before, so we're definitely going to have access to new things. We've just got to sort of map out where those new things are and find a viable gathering route. Oh gosh, there's so many mobs. It's actually quite scary. Level 43. I cannot wait until the day when I'm level 43. Oh dear. Burrito boy, save me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay over here and I'm going to try and kill some of these diggers. Because they're obviously going to have our favourite human loot tables. Still following me, jeez. Surely it's going to leave us alone in a second, surely. That's ridiculous, been following us for ages. Oh, we've got another king's blood. Good lord, this is crazy. Why is it following us for so long? That can't be normal. Oh, and now we've got another one. Oh, this is real throwback, isn't it? Oh, that Ridge Huntress finally turned back. Zeth, how's my week been so far? It's been pretty good, thank you. It's been pretty good. Yeah, I'm not working for the rest of the week, which is lovely. So, got time to just do some grinding and play a bit of the pre-patch. So yeah, pretty chill week. How about yours? Oh, lovely. These guys drop the stones. So we'll definitely be killing them. Oh. Burrito boy, you have one job, and that's to keep. It's to hold aggro. There we go, our first power stone. I'm hoping these guys are going to have some good loot. We could really use some higher level greens. Zeth, your week's been good so far? Time flew by at work the past few days having stuff to do. enjoying some structure and order again after my time off over Christmas. Yeah, I feel you. I love having time off, but yeah, after a certain point you need a bit of consistency. Purple Lotus. Sorry, that just really excited me. Where is it? Oh, I'm not high enough. Sad times. Free time's just a bit more valuable now. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice when it's feels relaxing after a long hard day is a bit different to like relaxing when you've done nothing all day. Okay, there's other people going for these diggers. Right, what do we got? Ooh, mage weave cloth. Nice. That's what we need, higher level materials. I've so much cloth on my crafting alt at the moment. I really need to go over and convert it all at some point. Actually, I wonder what the price of enchanting materials is doing with the pre-patch. I don't know whether they've been affected or not. Right, now I intentionally pulled that myself because I don't want to risk pulling one of the other mobs. Oh, 5 tin ore as well. Nice. Now I'm a little bit scared pulling these guys because I think they're just going to aggro each other. Jack of all, sure miss the grind and slow-paced gameplay. You're doing well fighting 4 to 5 levels higher than yourself. Yeah, it's just about not overextending yourself, really. I think with a hunter, one-on-one, you can win most fights. It's when you try to it's when you try to take on 2 or you start running away and accidentally pull something else, that's when it becomes a bit of an issue. But yeah, this is why I like Classic. You don't really, in retail it's like you can quite clearly either win a fight or lose a fight. There's no real in between. Right, let's try pulling this guy. See if he... Okay, we can do it without aggroing the others, which is great. Alright, go on Burrito Boy, it's your time to shine. Come on, give me something good. A nice green item. Silver and cloth. I'll take it. Yeah, next on my to-do list is definitely to go over to Argus, who's our tailor and enchanter. Right. Oh no, we pulled two. Sad times. We can't take on two, unfortunately. Yeah, go over to Argus and convert all of our cloth into enchanting materials, because I don't actually know what the price of enchanting materials is like. It might be really good, and I've got hundreds of cloths that need converting. Nexus, Tom, aren't you a US player? Nope, I am an EU player in England. Did my accent not give it away? Okay, we've just reached prime time here. Because we're EU, and everyone's clocking off work and coming down here to do, what is this, Alderman? What is this? Yeah, Alderman. Yeah, so I want to farm these diggers, but there's a lot of competition at the moment. So I'm going to go and convert our materials on our crafting alt. And I'm going to set my Hearthstone to Elsamar now. Don't feel like we really need Redridge anymore, because I've pretty much completed every quest in Redridge, I think. Pretty much. All of the good quests anyway. All of the elite quests are done. So I think we can safely put our time in these areas now. Ooh. Find Agmond. Who's Agmond? Yeah, what made you think I was US? Okay, let's head to the inn. Let's change our Hearthstone, and then I'm going to go and convert some materials on Argus. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna sort out mailboxes and convert enchanting materials, but I'm gonna do that off stream. So I'm gonna head out now, and I will see you all. Probably not tomorrow, but definitely Friday, because we've got that hardcore event on Friday, which if you want to be a part of, everybody is welcome. It's at 2 PM GMT on Friday, EU server. So if you're an EU player and you're free at that time, which I appreciate a lot of EU players won't be, but if you are and you want to be part of it, there is a WoW token up for grabs for the winner. So jump in the Discord and drop me a message. The Discord link is in the chat on Twitch or is on my profile in YouTube. If you want to be part of that, I think that'd be good fun. So yeah, I'll see you all on Friday. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Zeth, have a great rest of your day. Thank you. You too. See you all later. Go with peace, friends.